These are the Hyperice Normatec 3. Today I'm going to go through how they work, what it's like, and what I like and don't like about them. I also have the main unit device here, the tubing that connects all the feet together, as well as the hip attachment. I don't have the shoulder one, but I've been using these and testing them out, and I'm going to share my thoughts. Now, these are the Normatec 3. There is an Elite version as well as the Therabody JetBoots. Those are both wireless. I do prefer the easier experience sometimes, but this gives you more variety of things that you can do with it. So this is kind of how the initial setup process would work. You'd slide in to your boots, one leg at a time. You zip it up all the way. There's a tube coming out of the middle. You grab the other leg, you slide it in. Oh. You zip it up all the way, and now you're zipped up, but you lost your thing. So now you can only run 2 of these at a time. You can't do more than that. So if you have the hip or the shoulder attachments, you can only do 2 at a time. You want to make sure these are properly sealed inside. Clicked in, bam. And then we'll take this to the main compartment here and go ahead and plug it in. Boom, plug it in. And now on this main unit device, I'll go ahead and turn this on with the power button on the side. We have legs, hips, and arms. There are pressure levels from 1 to 7. There's zone boost, zone 1 up to 5. The timer, which can I think go up to 60 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and 60 minutes. And then a start stop button. So I'll even turn this on and let it play during the video so you can see how the audio levels are. And now this is it turning on. So there's a slight humming in the background in terms of how loud it is, and you're gonna hear this over the next section. But yeah, I've tried the legs, I've tried the hip attachment. I've never tried the shoulder and arm attachment. You can buy the full body system, but honestly, from what I've realized, I've used the hip attachment maybe once or twice, the legs more often. It all comes down to convenience and how much value am I getting out of this. And I think the value is nice, but the effort sometimes to setting it up can be a little bit high. I do have friends and roommates and office mates who love using this a lot more than I do. I just like sitting down for 15, 20 minutes is probably necessary and very good for recovery, but I'm just too anxious. I can't do it. Now, wired versus wireless. So these are the wired versions right here. You obviously have to charge this unit up here, and this will last about 3 hours on a full charge. So you can get 3 full 60-minute sessions on it if you really want, and then it takes 6 hours to fully charge if you're not using it. It's got tubes that connect to the 2 legs compartments. If you're using the hip attachment, it has plugs on each side for the left and right hip, and you kind of have to, put this on. You kind of wear it like shorts, and then you plug those 2 in. You can run the shoulders at each side as well, or you can run one leg and one side of the hip, but you can't run the hips and the legs at the same time. Now, the value in the wireless one is that there is no wiring. The device is actually built in. The battery is not as strong, but it's just more convenient. You just slide them on, you turn them both on, and they sync together wirelessly. You press play, and then you're going, and it's starting to massage your legs. They are more expensive. The Normatec Elite are almost $1,000, where you can get just these legs for $800. So you are paying a little bit of a premium for that. But if you do value convenience and you're willing to pay that extra price, I think it can be valuable. And then portability. You want to travel with these. You're traveling for a marathon, doing some kind of sporting event, and you want to take these with you. The wireless ones are just easier to travel with because there's just less equipment to carry. But the downside is with the wireless is that you don't get the hips and the other attachments. So if you want to be able to be modular and try different things, you want to go with the wired. Now, the patented pulse technology and zone boost. So what they do when they do start creating the air compression is they start at your feet and they work your way up, because as you start squeezing, your blood flow decreases in that area, and it helps push the blood up your leg. So it's helping increase blood flow throughout your body to help accelerate recovery. And there are 5 overlapping zones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of see them divided by these black markers. If you need a specific zone boost, I can go ahead and press, zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it'll boost in that specific section. If I'm like, oh, I really feel sore in my calves, so I'm gonna pick this middle zone right here. And the pulse pattern was specifically designed by medical doctors and PhDs for lymphatic drainage. So I know, actually, I have a friend who works at a diabetic doctor's office, and they do have issues with blood flow, so they do use this as a tool. But it is not a medical device. But I do know that there are some medical offices that do use these compression boots, and they do find it valuable for helping with blood flow. So a lot of compression boots might just be like compress and then soften, compress, soften. This is more of like a massage and compression that flows from your feet up to your hips. And that's kind of their special technology that they really tout, rather than buying those like TikTok shop compression boots that might provide a different level of experience. Next is the Hyperice app integration and customization. So there's an app that you can download. You can control it from the app using Bluetooth. You can record your sessions, be like, hey, I did this type of workout. I need an X type of compression. Ooh, this feels so nice. Wow. I need a specific type of experience for, from running, and it'll pick, hey, do this for this amount of time. The app can be super helpful to do that for recovery, for warm-ups, whatever that might be. I do have the Hyperice massage gun, the Hyperice Nike shoes, and a variety of other things, so I'll have those videos. If you do plan to buy any of those, click the links down below. Those help support the channel, and subscribe, turn notifications, follow me on all the socials at Shervin Shares. This is my review channel where we test and discuss all the coolest tech. The battery life and charging system. So this will provide you 3 hours of continuous use, and it takes 6 hours to fully charge the unit itself right here. There is a DC power plug right here, so it is unique. You can't just grab any charger. You will have to carry that charger with you, and then it plugs into a standard power outlet. There is a battery level indicator on the top, so right now we have 4 bars out of 5, so that means it has a decent amount of juice, and you can still operate it while it's charging. So if you have a lot of friends coming over and you want people to just use it back to back, you can plug this in and keep using it while it's charging. One value with the wireless unit is that it actually charges via USB-C. This one does use like a DC barrel style, so you can use your iPhone charger to charge the wireless ones, or this does require DC barrel. Now from a build quality and sizing, so there are 3 different sizes. There's short for under 5'3", standard from 5'4" to 6'3", and then long, which is obviously what I need because I'm 6'10". That's for 6'4" and above, at least on dating apps, that's how tall I am. It has premium materials with overlapping zones for gapless compression. You don't feel any kind of gaps. Nylon diamond ripstop fabric for durability and a lightweight feel, and a maximum thigh circumference of 30 inches for standard size, and it is TSA approved for carry-on travel for the legs only. Now let's answer some questions that I saw online. What configuration offers the best value? Legs only, lower body, or full body? Personally, I found that the legs only are the best value for me. If you're someone who knows you're going to use the hips and the shoulders more, maybe you do a lot more upper body, or you have tight hips and you know that you're going to use it, then those can provide more value for you. It just depends on what kind of athlete are you, what kind of workouts do you do, and where do you feel like you need more blood flow. Is the wireless Elite worth the $200 to $300 premium over the wired Normatecs? Yes, if you prefer convenience and you don't want the other attachments. How complicated is the setup for hoses and attachments? As you saw, it's pretty quick. It takes about 5 minutes. Sometimes I do miss plugging the hoses properly, but it's pretty quick and easy. Once you do it more and more, it just becomes effortless and seamless. If you do have a station to put this in, you can just keep it plugged in all the time. Do the hip and arm attachments actually provide meaningful benefits? People have noticed better hip mobility and reduced soreness, so it can be good for a post-workout or just to help increase blood flow as a warm-up. These things are very hard to measure, and I think it's something you have to kind of test and experiment with to really feel how it benefits you. Can you use multiple attachments simultaneously? No, you cannot. You can only do 2 at a time, so it's either both legs, both hips, or both shoulders and arms. How does it compare to the Therabody JetBoots? So I also have tested those on my main channel. I think experience-wise, they're pretty similar, but the JetBoots offer faster compression and cycles and built-in wireless design, but they are bulkier and more expensive, whereas the Normatec 3 provides more coverage, better app integration, and modular expansions. So the JetBoots are good for like quick sessions, whereas the Normatec could be better for comprehensive recovery routines. What about noise levels? So these are current noise levels. You could be watching TV or a movie or hanging out on the couch with friends, and this is kind of the sound levels you get from this experience. So I don't think it's too bad. It's still definitely manageable where it wouldn't inhibit the movie watching with friends. How effective is it for plantar fasciitis or varicose veins? So this is not a medical device. I want you to just remember that, but it does help with general circulation and muscle recovery. I don't think it squeezes the bottom of my feet as much, so I don't think you're gonna get as much blood flow in the bottom of your feet like for plantar fasciitis, but I've just noticed it does help with blood flow, and I do like how it feels. Is it worth buying without the carrying case? Yes, but then it's like, it's a weird object, so you need a place to store it and put it. And if you don't have a container, then it might just like lay on the floor. If you can hang it up on the wall, it might be better. But there's definitely a lot you can, I think it can be helpful if you don't have a thing to put it into. What are common technical problems and solutions? I would say the hoses, leaks, but it is very high quality where I haven't had any leaks, but it's just like plugging in the hoses properly. Those are kind of the most common issues I've had. How's the battery life hold up? You'll get, top tier quality for at least 1 to 2 years before you start to notice the battery degrading. And that's with most products that use lithium ion batteries. And then you just have a little bit more frequent charging. What's the learning curve and setup for new users? As you saw me set it up earlier, I think it's relatively easy. It's slide your feet in, zip it up, plug the hoses, and then pick the mode that you want. I would argue it's pretty dummy proof. It just does require a bit of time to get going. Normatec 3 is the gold standard, I think, for compression boots. Wow, my feet feel so nice. And for $799, this is a great option, which is high quality. It really provides great blood flow. You can buy those other ones from TikTok Shop. They're just not gonna give you the best quality of product, like it's more likely to break over time, and it's just a different massage experience on your legs. So if you're looking to get something, I think you have to ask yourself, do you want multiple attachments? Then you go with this version plus the hip and the shoulders. If you want convenience and ease of use, I would go with the wireless version, pay a little bit more if you have the money. And if you're like, it's still very expensive, active recovery, walking is free. There are a lot of other things you can do that don't cost money. Is this necessary to run fast? No, your training is the most important, vital part of becoming a better athlete. This is a benefit and a small add-on. I would not use this to become an Olympian. This is not gonna get you there. It's gonna be genetics and training. So make sure to get your workouts in properly. But it does feel nice and it's easy and it's super easy to use during a movie or just hanging out, chilling, working, on a laptop. So I do love that. If you do plan to buy it, click the link in the description. We do have the links down below. Subscribe, turn notifications, follow me on all the socials at Shervin Shares. We'll see you in the next one. I have more Hyperice videos, so go check out the channel. Peace.